What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 67. Let's go. And today, we gotta wrap up the UFC. It's the last event of the year that took place over the weekend, UFC 296. Before we get into that, as always, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. It helps out. Maybe drop a comment. UFC 296, though. Last pay-per-view, last event of the year. One thing to get into real quick before we get into the fights itself, because it happened as soon as we wrapped up the podcast last time. I mean, it was like a couple hours later, but main card opener was supposed to be Vicente Luque versus Ian Gary. Ian Gary pulled out, no longer had that fight. And then I also heard Dana White saying that I guess like they offered Vicente multiple fights to take and he turned them all down.
Oh, what? Really?
That's what he said. So I'm going to assume that's also why that with like the announcements of UFC 299, why it's like, Ian ain't going to be fighting him no more.
And I mean, the fight that they announced, which I'll just say it here, was Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal. That was a fight they were already trying to book. Jeff had to pull out. That's why he got Neil Magny.
Yeah, so like either way, it makes sense going back to that fight, but interesting. I wonder why he turned down those opponents. I wonder if he specifically wanted to fight him. Like at this point, if he was just like, nah, fuck Ian.
I feel like he would have fought Kevin Holland, but then also more announcements, but whatever.
Yeah, and then because so someone asked Dana too, it was just like, was there any like reality where Kevin could have fought? He was like, no. He's like, that was not happening. But yeah, UFC 296 though, we got some good fights. We got some alright fights. Some things happened kind of as expected, some things not at all, but the only place to start is at the top, the main event, the reason why we were all here. Leon Rocky Edwards looking to defend his welterweight title for the second time, and he gets it done. Unanimous decision over Colby. All judges scored it 49-46 in favor of the champ. Yep. There's so many things with this. Obviously, they're just the shit that Colby was saying in the lead up, like the press conference, talking about his dad and shit. It's like there was a lot of emotions and just a lot on the line for Leon. It's just like no one wants to lose to Colby too. With everything in consideration, because I know me and Kate have talked about it a little bit, how did you rate Leon's performance on Saturday night?
Performance, like on a scale from 1 to 10, about a 6. And the only reason for that is just Colby, for the first, 3 rounds, just was not engaging.
Yeah.
He was on the back foot the whole time. And I'm just looking at this this is weird. This is not the way Colby normally fights.
No.
What the fuck was his game plan going into this?
Bro, I think it's just the fact that he's about to be 36 in 2 months. He hasn't fought in damn near 2 years. And he's just on the older side and the ring rust. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I just don't think he should have been in that title shot is what I'm saying. Well,
we've been saying that for a while.
So I just think that, he's talking all this shit and was not able to back it up because time isn't on his side anymore. He's already lost the championship fucking now 3 times.
Yep.
He's
3 times.
Like I said, he's older. He's above the age where people stop winning titles. It's just, he shouldn't have been there. He need to pack it up.
Yeah.
He's not going to, I don't think he's going to look better after this. He might look a little better in his next fight, but I don't think he's going to start looking much better. He's just going to be on a decline.
Yeah.
Well, and at that point, it would all depend on who he's fighting, too.
Because, he called for Wonderboy after, the fight, saying that's just, the next best. But it's also just a funny thing because, let's say if he does beat Wonderboy, it's now you're just adding another, at that point he would be 40, but it's just another 40-year-old basically on your resume, you know what I mean? It's and then he's gonna do that, and then he'll probably try and fight Gilbert, who's damn near 40, and then just be like, I deserve a title shot again. Let's fucking go.
It's the way he framed the fight with Wonderboy. He's like, Shavkat doesn't make sense. I want to fight Wonderboy. It's
Bro, it's so funny because it's exactly what makes sense. Bilal gets the next title shot. Shavkat beats the person who just lost in the title shot, proving that he's at least better than them and deserves it next, which we already know that he does. But it's if Bilal gets it first, that's the fight in between that makes sense.
Yeah.
gonna take fucking Wonderboy, like.
And because he was saying that like, oh, Wonderboy's been like talking shit about me and just like saying all this shit, and like he's just like, I got a dirty taste in my mouth. And then like one of the reporters in the media or like the post fight interview was just like, what has Wonderboy said about you? And he's like, oh, he's just been saying stuff. Like, and
I'm sure
he
if
said
he
something
said anything,
he's like, oh, I was gonna get my jaw broken or something.
Yeah, I'm sure I was gonna say, because I'm sure if he said anything, it was after the fucking press conference where he's talking about he's a pedophile for working with kids. Like, that was such like a weird comment to say. You know what I mean? Like, that was so left field. Like, Wonderboy just, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, and you want to come out here and like say that crazy shit. Of course, he's gonna say that you should get your jaw broke. And then like, you know, the other shit that he'd be talking.
No,
like,
if he even said that at
all. But even
like,
if he did, it would make sense. Like.
Well, not only that, if he did say it, he's probably said it in a way where it's like, if he talks this shit, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his jaw broke. Like, because people are going to be gunning for that. Like, I'd want to break fucking Colby's jaw after the things he said. If I'm Wonderboy or I'm Leon, after things he said, I'd want to break his fucking jaw.
That Colby is just the continuous line stepper, you know what I mean? It's like he loves to just push over much. That, just be like, oh, I'm just selling pay-per-views and just...
Yeah, because, like, going back to Leon and how you were like, yeah, you know, he should have broke his jaw. Like, I feel like his problem was that he got very emotional during the press conference. He even admitted it, like, went back to his hotel room and just, like, freaked the fuck out, basically. He's already, like, a calm, collected point fighter, you know? I think that with him knowing that he felt all these emotions and that he had to control it, he probably just overcompensated and did too much, and therefore, like, didn't throw as much as he normally would and wasn't as active as he normally would have been. And that's just what I think happened, honestly. Like, I think he was just trying to control himself, and he just couldn't find the happy medium of do enough but don't do too much.
It's the pendulum swing of correct. It's like you went too far this way. So to get back to center, you try, but then you overswing it, and now you're over on the other side, and just,
Exactly. So, I mean, I absolutely loved, like, I know it was slow and it wasn't a great fight, but I really did love watching Leon just, like, slowly pick him apart, just, like, kicking the shit out of his fucking front leg, turning that shit purple, ripping the body, his body turning red, punching him a few times, cutting him up, you know, like, it wasn't very active, but it was definitely just a slow pace of just, like, beating him up, and Colby not really having much until, like, he was able to hold him down in the 5th round. Cool. But, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I loved watching that. I really did.
Yeah, because just... I'm going to go.
But Katie, what do you mean? That was the easiest fight of Colby's career. He didn't even have a cut on him.
That was so funny. Like,
didn't feel like he was in a fight.
Stupid.
It was so funny.
Blood was coming down his nose.
But not only that, because it's like, he's talking about, I don't feel a thing. So he's saying that his blood is on his nose. But when he walked out of the fight, like, afterwards, he had 2 knee packs. No. Like, two after the packs. Octagon, 2 knee pads, 2 ice packs on both knees.
Yeah.
Like, in the back rooms and shit, he's walking around with 2 ice packs on both of his knees, talking about, I don't feel a thing. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's... Because just saying, you know, not the craziest output from Leon, and as you said earlier, Ginger, like those first couple rounds, like Colby wasn't doing anything, and because just throughout that first round and like as it was ending, I'm just like, Colby, he's all about going forward, gonna put the pace on you, just throw a bunch of punches, shoot a bunch of takedowns. And it's like after the first 5 minutes, like, does he think that he could just be on the outside with Leon and he's gonna win the fight this way? You know, like it was by the end of it. Significant strikes landed, 57 for Leon, 44 for Colby. The most landed by either one of them in a single round was 18 by Leon in round 2. That's just like, and that's where it's just hard because I know it's just like there's a lot going on, and it's like he's the champ too. So in all reality, he like it should be on the challenger, if anything, of like, nah, I'm gonna like this is my opportunity to take the title. It's like. Leon, this is his opportunity to make the big money at the top of the division with the belt, you know what I mean? It's like, why is he gonna fucking just risk everything trying to put on a show, you know? It's like, so it's like, I understand, but all I know is with this performance, and if his next, like, title defense is Bilal Muhammad, which, I mean, he's already saying, like, oh, I had to win 10 fights in a row, like, why is Bilal special? Like, what fucking, like, you know, and it's just like... It's like, okay, well, what is, like, you rather fight Shavkat? It's like, who's on a 10-fight winning streak in that division? No one. The closest to is Bilal on a 9-fight winning streak. It's like, that's the motherfucker you're fighting. But it's like, that's gonna do nothing in terms of, like, pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
No.
So that's the only thing that's, like, hard for him. It's just like, as the champ, it's like, okay, you had a performance where you're gonna keep it, but if you're, doing it like, okay, I want to make the big money, it's like you gotta have pay-per-views that people are interested in for you to make that money. You know what I mean?
I think you have Shavkat, but that doesn't really do that many pay-per-views either.
No.
Like, there's no one in that.
The biggest fight after, like, Colby, probably, that, like, in terms of name value or anything, is probably fucking, like, him versus Ian Gary. It's probably be, like, the biggest fucking thing that you could sell. Just like, oh, they were training and he got kicked out of his gym. And, you know what I mean? But it's, I don't know. We got all the contenders that are up and coming. They just got to get the fights in. And it's, I don't know, if Shavkat does get the title shot, like, soon, which probably should, and he probably will. If he becomes the champ, he's gonna become a star. Like, it's just, he's gonna be undeniable. Like, at some point, because with his performances and what he's doing to people, which we'll get into a little bit sooner. But this man's a fucking beast.
Oh, 100%. But it would be good if he had just a little bit of, like, English, like, just a little thing, just like at least phrases or something.
Yeah,
because that's what really catapulted, like, Hamzat.
And shit, Habib too, and just fucking his little quotes of broken English. Everyone just loved it. You know what I mean? Like,
this is number one bullshit.
Yeah, but end of the day, Leon retains the title. 2 title defenses now. Is pretty damn good, man. Well, I'm pretty sure that's 13 wins in a row for him now. Like, ties GSP for the longest win streak in that division. It's starting to get up into some pretty good territory, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then say with Colby, it's like he did say that he did just sign a new contract and he plans to stick around for a while. Like, he's not going anywhere. Which is kind of surprising to me. I kind of figured that if he lost this one, he'd be like, all right, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, But if he's able to get the Wonderboy fight, I don't know. I can see him just trying to fight the old guys of that division until he gets another title shot. Or tries to.
Like, also, Jimmy, to be fair to what you're saying, like besides for, like, his, like, sponsorship with, like, a betting company, I forget what it is, but, like, besides that, like, how does he make money? Like, he doesn't. Like, I think this is the only way he makes money.
Probably. That's a good point. I don't know what the fuck he'd be doing on the side. But from one title fight to another, though, co-main event, 125-pound division. Some of it played out how I was kind of expecting. The overall fight, not so much. Alexandre Pantoja defends his title by unanimous decision as well against Brandon Royval. I feel like I think Royval, after going 25 minutes with Pantoja and how the fight played out, I think he's going to be a little upset that he didn't do a bit more on the feet in some of these parts.
In rounds 1, 2, and 3, I think, especially.
I mean, just because, I don't know. Like, I feel like even just throughout, like, just consistently, because by, like, the end of round 3, Pantoja was looking pretty damn tired. Like, that, I was pretty surprised.
I was shocked by that.
He was, but, like, I wonder... Okay, and honestly, Royval hit Pantoja with a couple really nice shots. Yeah. Clean knees to the face, clean kicks to the head, clean punches, just that would sit someone down. Yeah, the jab was working
beautiful.
I wonder how discouraging that is and how much you want to, you know what I mean? Like, because it's like you just land a nasty kick and the dude doesn't even budge. He's just still walking forward and takes you down right the fuck after that. You land a clean fucking knee. He walks you back up against the cage and takes you down after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like he caught the kick or caught the knee. Like, he just got taken down directly after it, you know? Like, I'm sure that there was something in his head like, okay, yeah, like, I got to be careful of this. Like, it's hard to try to land good shots, like, and have, like, a real good pace on someone like Pantoja because he's tough as shit. No, yeah. He's tough as shit. Even if he was looking tired, he was still tough as shit. I think it was the 4th or 5th round. I think it was the 4th, though, that he ate the knee and just still did what he had to do. You know what I mean? Like, you could see he was tired. You could see his hands was dropped, but he was still just going. What are you supposed to do? Like,
and then, like, one thing in that Royval was doing that I was continually questioning was he's trying to catch, like, every time Pantoja threw a body kick, he would catch it and try to take him down. I'm like, why are you trying to take Pantoja down? Each time you've gone down, every scramble, he ends up on top.
Yeah,
I wonder if he just thought that maybe if he got in a better position first, because it's not like he has bad jiu-jitsu himself. So like maybe he just thought being bigger, like he obviously looked much better this fight than he did in their previous fight. Just in the sense of even being able to survive, get it back on the feet, like just do what he did, he looked much better. Like it shows clear improvement. So I wonder if he just thought that maybe getting in that better position, he's like, I could get him.
No, yeah, because that's their first fight. Pantoja got his back. He locked in the fucking body triangle, and he was making him tap. You know what I mean? Like you said, just constantly getting out of everything, scrambling. It just like that improvement was clearly there, and I feel like the biggest things on the striking that he probably could have just changed up a little bit, tweaked, that would have gave him a bit better success. Because just like you were saying, every time he's doing shit, Pantoja's just walking forward through it, trying to take him down. So it's like. I don't get why he kept continuously throwing knees to the body. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Every time, like, Pantoja would try and come in, and he would just try and time, like, a knee to the body. And it's like, it's already risky throwing a kick to the body against a grappler, because that's an easy, like, single leg, whatever. You're literally just giving him your hips, and he scored so many takedowns off of that. I don't know. That I feel like that was a big mistake, and then I would have loved to see more leg kicks and then just punches to the body in general.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Like if he would have replaced those knees with punches, it would have been much better, because like I can definitely understand the fact of like, oh, can't knock somebody out, go for the body, wear them down, try to find the liver. Like it could happen eventually. It doesn't matter how tough you are. You know what I mean? Like at some point, it's gonna take a toll on you, especially in a 5-round fight. But yeah, just kept going to the knee like that.
Because landed by target, because that's the thing. Pantoja, he had very good body work throughout the fight, and he was constantly kicking that leg. Especially the 5th round when Royval was like, all right, I gotta go for the finish, gonna up the pace, really go for it. Every time he's walking forward, Pantoja's just kicking that leg. Honestly, like after I was like thinking about it before, there were so many people that got their fucking legs torn up on this card. It was actually pretty crazy.
I mean, Royval not as bad, but still was getting torn up that last round.
So like landed by target, Pantoja 51% to the head, 23 to the body, 25 to the leg.
Like that's such a solid mix-up.
That's solid. That's a good split.
That's solid spread.
Royval 1% to the leg, 6% to the body, 91% to the head. Bro, you 91% to the head against someone that's been in there with Moreno multiple times, Figgy, Wilson, like just so many fucking finishers in that division, and he never been finished in his career across 31 fights. That just, I don't know. Royval is definitely getting better with kind of putting things together in the right spots and like building his IQ, but that was definitely a bit of like low IQ, just game planning throughout like for the entire fight for him.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking Pantoja, man, beautiful.
Pantoja's a beast. It just with the way that the fight ended, how tired he was. It does like just watching him. I'm like. He's got about one more defense in him, but after that, I'm not sure.
Honestly, because even with saying, like, by the end of the 3rd, he was looking tired, it's like 4th round, he was able to get a takedown early, just spend the top, time on top to, like, definitely recover. Like, he still had the gas to finish out, like, all 5, you know what I mean? Fucking one, on the judges' scorecards, 2 of them gave him 50-45, one judge 49-46, you know? Yeah. So, like, but honestly, for me, I think he's going to be the champ until that durability goes. Like, until someone can crack that or just have so much of an output that they can just, like, win, like, but that's just so hard. It's like, he's just walking forward, taking you down, throwing bombs on you. It's hard to have a fucking output on him.
Yeah.
Like, until someone can just snipe him, put him down, and finish him, I don't see anyone taking that title from him.
But that's kind of where I was about to bring up is someone who isn't going to be easily taken down is because I don't know I don't know the words to describe what I'm describing. He's 33, so for starters, so he's already getting older. He'll be 34 next year. So he's already getting older, over 30 fights, a lot of damage, especially in these last 2.
That's very fair.
It just depending on who's coming up after this, like who's actually going to be the next title challenger, which will probably be the winner of Amir and Moreno.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And then potentially after that, I guess it depends on where, like, whoever wins, like, if assuming Manel Kopp wins, you know,
probably him. Then.
Yeah,
if they give him the loser,
rematch.
and yeah.
I mean, depending. I mean, yeah, I guess depending on how the timelines and stuff.
Yeah, so like if he gets loser of Amir and Brandon wins that, then he'll probably be the next one up.
Yeah.
But then you also have, Makayev coming up. You got. I mean, Kai Kara France can still get back into a title shot, and he's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, but I just think that it's more than likely like either Brandon or Amir, and then Manel right after, which is still like
Yeah.
two fights because Makayev's still pretty far back.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I'm talking about after these. I was talking about after Amir, Amir Brandon, after Kopp. Like, there's still people after that. Like,
no, yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, at that point, that's another 2 title defenses. That's pretty solid. And it's like,
no, yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, he definitely does have some people coming up. To your point, like, as an aging guy in the division, like, that's a scary spot to be in. You know what I mean? Like, that's not. Like,
maybe he'll just happily retire at the top, you know?
Maybe. I mean,
he could.
Like, I could, honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised. Like, gets maybe Amir Albazi. Let's say Amir Albazi beats Brandon Moreno, defends against him, defends against Kopp, and then he's just like, yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, like, I could kind of see that, especially with his age coming in. Like, I feel like he's a smarter guy who isn't just there for no reason, like being the champ, making money. I'm sure that's all he wants is to be able to take care of his family. So if he's good, then I could kind of see him being like, yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
But so yeah,
we think about a lot of fighters are smarter guys and will retire at the right time. But
if we keep putting like this energy into the air, maybe like it'll click with one person.
Eventually,
I don't know. But yeah,
I think the best one was like probably GSP. I think Khabib, he should have at least had one more, get to that 30-0 and then retired. But I understand his situation is different. But
yeah,
he pretty much retired at the right time. GSP retired at the right time. Like, there were a couple,
but
100%. Not a lot.
Yeah, as long as Pantoja's around, he's gonna be putting on fun fights, and I am 100% down for it. With Royval, I don't really know where he goes after this. I mean, shit, honestly, like, just thinking about it, we could easily get
Royval versus Kopp.
Yeah, like that's very much a potential.
I was about to say, we could also potentially get Royval versus, if Makayev wins, Royval versus Makayev. They want to jump Makayev.
That's true.
They want to jump him.
That's true. But yeah, either way, it's Royval he's 31, so he doesn't have the most time, but he still got some time. He can put together another winning streak for sure to get back into a title fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just got to fix some things. He's against anyone that's not Pantoja, he can finish most people in this division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, though, from the truest finisher that we got in the UFC right now, I had my doubts. I wasn't sure if motherfucking Shavkat Rakhmonov was going to be able to finish Wonderboy Thompson.
This is the one perfect I got. I knew he could do it.
I ended up getting a semi on it. I overall was like, I thought maybe late. But second round, rear naked choke win for Shavkat over Wonderboy Thompson. First man to ever submit him in his career. So I guess like the first round, Shavkat did not look like himself at all.
No.
They're out at range a little bit. Wonderboy, he landed some nice kicks to the body. That was like, really kind of all that he had on the feet. Shavkat grabs the clinch, presses him up on the cage, and
that was the fight.
Yeah,
that was the round, I should say.
Yeah, just working for the takedowns. Wonderboy, even at fucking 40 years old and as a striker, to have fucking takedown defense like that, like it's pretty damn impressive, man. Like, Shavkat's pulling on the single, trying to fucking like, elevate, do like a little bit of a treetop, just Wonderboy, no problem, just keeping balance. Like,
yeah, his balance is immaculate.
Yeah, it was beautiful, honestly. Second round, Shavkat does to do same shit, presses him up on the cage, grab the clinch, finally gets him down though. As soon as he got Wonderboy down, like, watching Wonderboy struggle through those positions with Shavkat on top of him, honestly, the first thing I thought of was, like, Michael Johnson, Edson Barboza, like, all of these people underneath Khabib, like, when they're just looking like they're trying to get their head up for air, like, what the fuck is happening to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
his fucking top position and like just that dominant control, bro, that shit's fucking impressive.
Hell yeah. I mean, bruh, it's kind of scary, but like I love watching Shavkat, especially in grappling, because like he is one person that he does not care about position. You know, they say position over submission. Nah, he's just like, I'm going for it. He went for like this modified like rear naked choke because he was more on his side very much, but he looked like he was about to squeeze Wonderboy's head off. Like that shit looked like it was about to pop right off. But
pressure, man. Like,
but Wonderboy, like, you know, didn't tap, and he was just like, fuck it, I'll abandon this. You know, he's on the top. He has fucking one arm holding his arm behind his back while his like chest is kind of over his head and just like punching at him. Finally gets the fucking
ripping the body shots in there, just Wonderboy folded up.
And finally ends up getting the rear naked choke, but that wasn't even under. It was just the pressure of the fucking face crank.
He had one hook in.
Yeah,
if I remember right.
Yeah,
at
like,
most.
Like the second he's just a monster. It, like I said, it's just terrifying.
And comes out after that 6 weeks before the fight. Shavkat tore a ligament in his ankle, and he's like, "Fucking surgery! I want to fight Wonderboy." So it's like, I mean, definitely not the smartest thing to do. In like the fight with the most questions of, can this guy like finish him? You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm gonna come in injured and I'll just still finish him. You know, like that. Yeah, just absolutely crazy. But and also just as soon as I heard that, it's like, that's probably why he's not shooting on takedowns after striking out in the center of the cage. And he's like, let me grab you on the cage and just fucking try and trip you out, drag you down, type of thing.
Right.
Yeah, man, fucking 18-0, undefeated, still all finishes. He's got 10 subs, 8 knockouts now. Who's gonna do something to this man? Like, who? Like that's a hard division. Like, do you genuinely think at some point could do something to him?
That's what I'm saying. Like, off the top of my head, it's hard to think. But even going through the top 15, I do not see it.
No, like,
do you think Gilbert might be his toughest fight?
Yeah.
And that's just because Gilbert's a tough motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I mean, it was Hamzat's hardest fight.
Because, like, he's tough as shit. He's got power. He's willing to go to war, and his grappling is fucking out of this world. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to be scared in any position with Shavkat in front of him.
No. You almost said Hamzat, which is what I was about to bring up, because he was not scared of any position against Hamzat.
Yeah, I mean, also, like Hamzat went to shoot one takedown on him, started the fight, Gilbert stuffed down. He's like, I'm not doing this.
He's just like, fuck all that, I guess.
But yeah, man, it's like we were saying before, Bilal is the rightful guy up next for Leon. So it should be Colby. Colby's not going to take the fight. I
mean, if Usman is still wanting to fight, that
I just feel so bad for Usman, man.
I would feel I'd feel bad for him as well. But it's just like, if he's in here and he's trying to still get back to a title or something, Shavkat would immediately put him back to that discussion.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the guy that he has to fight to get back there.
Because like, who else is Usman gonna fight? Unless they give Shavkat the title shot and have, which then I feel bad for Bilal. Yeah. Like, what the fuck does Bilal really have to do? He's not gonna fight Colby again. Like, there's no need to run that trilogy.
No.
No need to really do the Gilbert rematch the most, especially considering Gilbert just lost.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up is, like, I could see them doing that just because obviously any fight that Shavkat's in is like gonna be an exciting one. I mean, this last one, you know, with the injury or whatever, but like even then, once he got on the ground, like we said, it was just great. But I could see them giving him the title shot so that it could, and you know, if they give Bilal Usman and Bilal wins and Usman gets it, Shavkat versus Bilal is gonna sell better, and I think anything with Shavkat would sell even just a little bit better because I know he doesn't speak English, but it's like people know who he is. People know that he's 18-0. That he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they know that it's gonna be exciting.
If Islam's not around, that shit could headline in Abu Dhabi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of wouldn't be surprised.
No, yeah, I understand that 100%. It's just like, one of those things where we're in a weird, like, welterweight's at a weird point because too many people it's a transitioning period because too many people at the top have lost too many title shots to be like, or just lost too much recently to really be in that discussion. Besides Bilal and Shavkat.
Nah, yeah, this is got fucking 3 guys in the top 5 that, Usman's lost his last 2 undisputed title fights, Colby's lost his last 3 undisputed title fights, and Gilbert's lost a undisputed title fight. It's like...
Well, and also, they all just recently lost. Usman just lost to Hamzat. Colby lost tonight, last night. And then Burns lost to Bilal.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we'll see what has to happen there, kind of play out, but if Shavkat becomes champ, then balance will be restored to that division, because he's going to fight anyone. It don't matter. Like, it's...
No, yeah, Shavkat will fight everyone and anyone.
Yeah, and that's why I think that it'll be great, because as a champ, he'll just be like, yep, I'll take it. Once he clears out everybody, then he'll probably be like 85.
Yeah.
Actually, I know it's not the person who's just being talked about, but going back now to Covington, another fight I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Sean Brady. I know, like, he doesn't want that because it's not a big fight, but...
yeah, that'd be fun. I'd be fine with that. Because that's at least, like, UFC, if they're going to keep him around to, like, beat people and then eventually get him in, like, another title fight or soming, at least that's, like, a better step in, like, a direction for him. You know what I mean?
Than Wonderboy, at least.
But yeah, with Wonderboy, if he, like, if coming in at number 6 against number 5, if he gets offered Colby, who just lost in a title shot, he's taking that fight.
He'll
take it 100%.
So
I'm not gonna say he won it. No, he will.
Wonderboy will fight anyone. He's about it.
Probably love that chance now at this point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on down the card to one of 2 very sad things to talk about.
But this somehow isn't the saddest.
I mean, because I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. Paddy Pimblett versus Tony Ferguson. Everyone knows what all the shit going into it. Paddy wins by unanimous decision, 30-27 across all 3 judges' scorecards. So I don't know. For me, part of me would have been I feel like I wouldn't have felt as bad about this fight if Tony kind of just got knocked out, like, early in that first round when, like, Paddy hurt him, you know what I mean? And then he was just, like, ground and pounding. Because, I don't know, for me, then it's just at least, like, yeah, Tony's older, he's on the decline, like, you know, physically, just everything, whatever. And, like, Paddy's just younger, more powerful, just, was able to blitz him, get him out of there. But for Tony to be able to survive that, and then because of the honestly good body work that he was doing throughout, like, the fight on the feet, Paddy got fucking tired. So it was just like, Paddy didn't look good, but he was still good enough to just beat Tony over 3 rounds. And so that's why, to me, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a further, like, notch in just how far Tony has actually fallen, where it's like, you weren't just, like, the older, like, you know, fucking, like, just lost to the younger, more powerful guy. It's like, he just beat you everywhere, basically.
Yeah, and like, it's like, in the 3rd round, he literally just laid on top of him. Like, Paddy laid on top of Tony's. He was so tired, he couldn't do anything from there. And in the first round, when they were in that position for, like, you know, however long, commentary talking about, oh, this is where Tony's real dangerous. He works the elbows. He does this. He does that. And with an exhausted Paddy just laying on him, nothing. Like,
so he's just trying to throw the elbows and do shit. But, there was nothing... Like, it was nothing meaningful, you know what I mean?
Like, in the 2nd round, I think he was able to... That's when he cut him with 1, right?
Yeah, it was like, the nose, whatever, something. But yeah,
like you said, nothing truly meaningful, and it just...
Yeah,
and that's the problem with Tony, is he's way too content being in his guard.
Yep.
If he had actually, like... He could have got... Like, I feel like there was a way he could have gotten up in the 3rd round just because of how exhausted Paddy was. Yeah. But he's just content with playing the guard game. Yeah. If he had gotten back up, he probably could have at least won that last round. But, like... Paddy was exhausted. He might have been able to finish him with body shots.
Yeah, there's one thing that this fight truly solidified, is that Tony needs to stop fighting, which we already knew, but, like, with the super step down in competition,
still,
like, you know, just like solidified that, and it also solidified that Paddy should never touch the top 15. Like, we've already talked about it, but he should never touch the top 15.
The only thing that I guess, like, to just give it... He did have a 13-month layoff, you know, or like 12-month layoff, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's had, like, this long of a break, you know, in his career. Like, he is coming off an injury. Like, I mean,
That's
and, like,
true.
even just him talking about that, like, this is a lose-lose fight. So, like, there probably was just a lot of pressure of, like, bro, like, I can't fucking lose to Tony right now. Like, that's
that's
only
true.
thing that I can give him for maybe looking so bad and getting tired so early. But yeah, it's still
Like,
here.
because
It's still
if
not.
they're gonna give him anyone in that top 15,
It has to be Bobby.
I was gonna say Bobby. The only
Bobby
person.
is the only one.
That's the only fucking person.
Bro, like,
Because at 15 is Drew. No. 14 is Bobby, which, like, okay, sure. Moicano, Benoit. We're not going to count RDA. Jalen Turner.
Also, real quick, because Kate very much appreciated when after Patty won and they showed on the fucking like broadcast that it's like longest win streaks in the division: Islam Makhachev, Patty, Benoit Saint Denis, and then like he's just tied with Benoit at 5. And
Yeah, no, I hated
like,
that.
don't put his name with them.
Like, I get it that they're technically the same numbers, but that's different shit.
Yeah, for real.
It's such a
But not
different
only
road.
that-
It's so crazy.
Like, those stats are so
I love
misleading,
Yeah.
misleading. Yeah, I love, but also I love RDA. He tweeted out, as a joke, he tweeted out the hype is real. People were, getting mad shitty at me. He's like, guys, you missed the easy joke. I could beat this guy without a fight camp.
Yeah. RDA probably would beat him, but
I'd be totally fine with that fight too.
it's just either way.
I
You know what I
know,
mean?
right?
Like, he just probably shouldn't touch the top 15.
Fuck it.
At least not
Main
after that
event.
fight.
Fuck it. Main event, France. Patty Pimblett versus Benoit Saint Denis.
Bro,
I mean, I would just if they book that.
I would feel so bad.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. What are we doing here? You know what that's crazy.
That's a slaughtering.
Yeah, like they cannot be justified in doing that.
Yeah, we're talking about Patty getting tired off of Tony working the body, bro.
Bro, Benoit
would-
started the fight with Bonfim with 20 body kicks right off the bat. Like,
Yeah.
he would
Just
fold
knocked
Patty
out
in
for
half.
Vol.
Like,
Knocked out for Vola too.
yeah, man. Yeah, Pat. That's the thing. There's no amount of fights where he's gonna be ready. Like, he's been a pro fighter for over 10 years at this point. It's like,
What is this?
Yeah, he's 21
Fight
and
number
3.
29?
24.
No, 24. Yeah,
But either way,
he's
yeah.
already had 24 fights. Like, he is who he is. He's not really gonna change much at this point.
nah.
Exactly, and like, it's crazy because he is only 28, but yeah, like, with that many fights, like, if he was going to improve, he would have been improving.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's like-
maybe with him only being 28 and like him actually finally admitting that like he had it, like the way he was eating was like an eating disorder. He's trying to get healthier. Like, he's acknowledging that. Like, maybe that isn't the right step because it is still right before his prime. So it's like, if he can like actually get his shit together, maybe he can be a better fighter by 30. But I know that's just a big ask.
That's a huge ask, and not only that, but it's like the amount of damage you've already done to your body. Like, that's the one thing. That's why I want people to really rip to his body, just because of like it's the Donald Cerrone thing. Because Donald Cerrone, he also had surgery on his body, but even before that was weak to the body, just because of the amount of years of heavy drinking he did. So it's just
Makes
like
sense.
Yeah.
I need to see like what does that actually do to someone like Patty? Like, is he gonna actually have that same type of like durability, weakness, more so?
I mean, yeah, like, it makes sense if you're fucking eating and drinking yourself like to death, basically. Like, yeah, you have a fucking half funcking liver. You get ripped to that, it's not gonna be the same as if that shit's all good, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, so it just that shit just sucked, man. It's like because exactly, it's just shitty for Tony still. Because 7-fight losing streak now. Like, it just fucking sucks. And then with Patty, it's like that. Like, he just looked not great again in just another, like, very little step up that they could have given him. Just so I don't know. I have no fucking idea. He shouldn't even get Bobby Green. You know what I mean? Like,
No, he shouldn't. But if he were to touch the top 15, the only person that would make even a little bit of sense and that wouldn't kill him is Bobby.
Yeah,
and Bobby might.
Coming off knockout, lost real bad too. You know? What I mean?
That's
like,
true.
But like, that's the thing. Just probably have him turn around sooner than what he should, and like, fight Patty. fucking like 5 months after you just got viciously brutalized by Jalen. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like who are they gonna put in there with him at this point that like it would make sense? Like, because he's such a big name, especially in like England and stuff in Europe. It's just like, who do you put him in there with?
But that's the thing is like he's fucked because even if he gets that Bobby fight and wins, unless he keeps fighting down and it's people trying to break into the top 15, which is even still scary for him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's got like
he's only
people,
he's only gonna fight the people that are ranked, and I think that everyone else is just bad for him.
It's just like, you know, because if like he wins that, then it's like, get in, you know, because RDA's matched up with Gamrot, so it's like he loses to Gamrot, and now an aging, like a real old RDA, then it's like maybe he could be able to beat him. After that, it's like, I don't know, maybe fucking Benny, like, you know, it's just like he could like probably find the people that are like coming off of bad losses.
But I don't even think that Benny off of bad loss is losing to him. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably not.
But the way that Benny loses to Patty after a bad loss has to be a knockout. Yeah. I don't think the grappling of Patty's going to be better than Benil's.
No, but that's why I mean. It's just like that. Like that's the only way that where if he gets into the rankings to like work him up and like he like that's the way he gets up is like and these older guys coming off of bad losses like, on multiple like fight
but that is such a funny thing to do because even if you do that, eventually you get to the top.
Well, yeah.
And then you get there off of like I don't want to say this fraudulent run, but it is because it's just like the older losing guys, and then you still have. And so now instead of like getting the experience with like these guys that are good and on their way up, but maybe they're still between 10 and 15, between 10 and 5. Now you're shot either into straight up the top 5 or they're like title shot.
No, yeah,
and then you would get demolished.
Yeah, and then that whoever's the champ is going to become a really big star because they just smashed Patty off of this fucking whatever win. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. That's the UFC. That.
I know.
Like that's what they will do because of his star power. And then
so sad.
And then they're gonna build him up with some good fights that he can win again. And then boom, now another big guy that he's gonna get smashed by, and they're gonna build like that's like that.
I just love how Jimmy was able to build the essentially perfect fraud run to a title shot at lightweight.
It's like that's the only way he gets there. Like. Because it's like, he beat, like, let's say he gets Bobby, and then it's like, okay, what, you're going to get Dan Hooker, you're going to get Fiziev, you're going to get Jalen, Gamrot.
I think he doesn't beat Dan Hooker.
No, he doesn't.
No, that's what,
that's
what I'm saying. Like, it's, so yeah, I mean.
I never even questioned if he would beat Dan Hooker, if I'm going to be honest. Like, Dan, I know he's been around for a while, like, I know he's getting on the older side, but he's not old, he's still there to fucking just fight, and he's good at it. That's why he is where he is. Like, he can't, he loses to like the top of the division, but it's like
just went to war with Jalen and fought through a broken arm. Like, what's Patty gonna do worse than that?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, he loses to the top of the division. He's still a solid fucking middle of the top 15 guy.
Yeah,
Patty don't got shit for him.
No. That's the thing. It literally, it's just Bobby Green.
Yep,
and that's just because of age.
Yeah,
and even so, I could still see Bobby winning. I'm not gonna lie, like
I could see him Grant Dawson him. Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Bobby did way better in the grappling against Tony than like what Patty did. He finished him, choked him unconscious.
Which is insane.
Like it's like yeah, man.
Even that being his best fight is still tough as shit. He thought he was nervous to get against Tony, bro. He's gonna shit his pants in front of Bobby.
Bobby gonna be talking that shit right in his face, fucking hands down, like
like how is Pat even gonna handle that? Just hands down, just walking him down, just talking shit the whole time, punching him, like
So yeah, we'll have to see what the UFC does with Patty. Dana said that he hopes Tony retires. Just stop giving him fights. Just even if they have to fucking pay him out or whatever to just hold him in his contract and not give him fight. Do whatever the fuck you have to do, and just don't let this man fight again. Just stop. Just stop it. It's
Tony. Tony. It's time.
Yeah,
it's not Tony time anymore. Tony, it's time.
Yep. Yeah. The main card opener though.
This was the sad one.
This shit was this was so bad, man. I did not like this at all.
One of the worst knockouts I've seen.
Yeah. As soon as this fight got booked, because it was supposed to be Josh Emmett, Giga Chikadze, and Giga pulls out, Bryce steps in. I was like, this is fucked. Bryce is not gonna, this is just so bad. A total of 2 strikes were landed. in this minute and 57 seconds. Josh landed one to the body, and then the one punch he landed to the head was just the most vicious overhand right I have seen in
picture perfect.
a long. Yeah, just Bryce throws 1-2, slips on the outside of the right hand, and just bomb right to like dead. It wasn't even like on the side.
It was more like right into the.
Yeah, just
like, right middle of the face.
Yeah, but just that's the thing. Like, oh, that was so. Yeah, man.
It was really fucked up because you just see the like him get laid out, Josh running around, like they cut to Josh and they like go back to Bryce still laid out, and it was like a good like 10 seconds later, like a bit delayed, and Bryce just started convulsing, which is why I say it's like one of the worst knockouts I've ever seen, because you see people shake a little bit, but he was straight up like having a mini seizure. Yeah, he was straight up having a mini seizure, and that's why like I'm pretty sure the punch was a little bit more up, because just like that like traumatic frontal lobe damage can just cause you to seize out like that. So I just really hope it's not something that like reoccurs now, where like really fucked him, hopefully just like a one and done, like just a fucked up knockout, but he can recover, because that was really bad. It's just hard too, because just he got the win over Dan Ige in his last one, but like we said, he got busted up in that fight, and just because that Ilya loss, his first one pro career, just he got beat the fuck up by Ilya, man. Like, he got smashed. Like, that just was not good. And now just getting one punch shut off like that by Josh, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just scary when like you're only have like he only has 2 pro losses, but 2 pro losses like that, it's like that's a scary spot to be in.
Yeah, I'm just glad that it ended up not being what we were all like predicting, him versus Calvin, because Calvin would have knocked him out like first round like that, but Calvin's got power, and he would have been also possibly teeing off on him the whole fight. And just I don't know. I'll admit, obviously, like, I was at first celebrating, and then I saw Bryce convulsing, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, as soon as it happened, I was just sad, and like that was just like, and that was vicious, man. I mean, I don't know what Josh Emmett is gonna do after this, because I know after his loss against Ilya, he was just like, retirement fight at 155, like, you know what I mean, just trying to. I don't know what he wants to do after this. Got a performance bonus, deservedly so. But that just a vicious knockout. Yeah, knockout of the year contender for sure for Josh Emmett.
Yeah.
For Bryce, I kind of feel like, I don't know, for now he probably should just fight around like the top 10, or maybe people coming in if he gets bumped a little bit, like, because I mean I know he's beaten Barboza and Ige, but I don't think he should really be fighting up, No. Like, like the 2 fights that he's lost, like I know it's number 5 and 6, and there's people in between, but those are just terrible losses. I don't think he's ready to get any higher than 10. Maybe Mozart at most. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he could fight Evloev, sure. But if he wins that decision, then, I don't think so.
Because I know he probably hasn't fought Sadiq or Caceres, but Sadiq also just lost as well.
No, because he came in UFC, Tyler Diamond, Bobby Moffett, Matt Sales, Charles Rosa, and then Andre Fili, Barboza, and then, lost to Ilya, Ige, Josh. I mean, I don't know, like, how far just, like, they're gonna, like, actually push him back, and just let's not give him big strikers like that for a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, that's... Because even with Caceres, it's like that dude could land some fucking big ass kick on the top of his head and still sleep him. Like, that's. But let's not. Let's protect his fucking brain for a little bit. It's probably already damaged enough, Like, he should.
I wouldn't be surprised actually if we get the Sadiq fight next, Bryce and Sadiq, because they're both coming off of a loss. Sadiq not the most active. Bryce needs to sit the fuck out for a while. That might be what they go to.
It might be.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But so that shit sucked to see. That's the main card though. The prelims, we had some fucking damn good performances and some pretty good, just great shit on the prelims overall.
Yeah, we did.
Main event was of the prelims was Alonzo Menefield, Dustin Jacoby. Dustin was just destroyed by that left hook throughout the entire fight. Got hurt so many times from it. And it just sucks. Like you could just see technically so much better, but that fucking
power.
The power from fucking Atomic Alonso. You know what I mean? That shit's crazy. Yeah, but this next one though, I thought this was, I thought this would be the only like guaranteed decision on the card for sure. And it does go to a decision, but Irene Aldana Carahoza, fight of the night.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, man, that shit was.
Jesus Christ.
They just went to war for 15 minutes. That shit was beautiful. The boxing. Ooh.
I wanted to see if you posted it.
Oh man.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was looking earlier to see if Irene had posted a picture of her leg today, and she did a couple hours ago.
Yeah, that shit's fucked.
Yeah. Sorry, keep talking.
No, you're good. But yeah, because the boxing of Irene, it's just real fucking good, man. She's got some good clean hands when she really lets them go. She was landing some really good left hooks as well herself. But Rosa was just eating up that inside leg the entire fight. Just from like right under where her like short line was going to like the fucking top of her knee, all on the inside thigh was just completely red in a giant patch. Like
yeah, today that shit is bruised up all the fuck around. Looking nasty. Ginger, I sent it to you on Discord.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. Like, it's up there, obviously. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to top the Uriah Faber after Jose Aldo, but, like, it's up there.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty looking. But, Carol's face after the fight, all swollen, bloody.
Oh,
like,
my God.
both of them just look a damn mess.
Both of them in the hospital, like...
Yeah, because even Aldana, like, while Carol was working, like, the inside kick, like, a lot, she still busted up Aldana's face, too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a good-ass fight.
Yeah. Absolutely
100%.
beautiful from both of them. Adding a little bit of life to that 135 division, you know what I mean? Giving some hope. After that, though, before that, it was just nonstop finishes. Which one would you guys like to get into first? Kate, what do you want to go into? There's some good ones.
Yeah, honestly, Lipski's armbar over Casey O'Neill, that was fucking nasty.
Yeah,
that was nasty. The fight, I know the fighters, like, you know, they're not that great, but it was a fun fight. It was fun to watch. And once she wrapped up that damn arm, the hyperextension on her elbow was insane. That shit was bent entirely the wrong way.
Yeah, that shit was about to get dislocated.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
She started that second round, just hit her with a big right hand, fucking rocked Casey, just had her hurt, and just that shit was absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Ginger, what about you, my friend? What were you impressed by?
Cody No Love Garbrandt putting a bomb on Brian Kelleher's chin, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro.
I am glad he walked off, because it was over. It wasn't like unconscious now, but it was over.
And that's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, like hell yeah, it was over, because Brian didn't get knocked out. He just fell to the floor, covered up. He did not want to be there no more. He was getting touched up. He didn't have nothing for him. You could tell he was hurt all over the place. And after that, he was done.
Yeah.
Covered up on his fucking stomach. Yeah, like nah.
Too fast, too strong, too slick. It is definitely much closer to a vintage Garbrandt performance. But yeah, I mean, real quick on that too. This dude called out Davison.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a terrible fight for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Davison would not.
What was he talking about? I just thought about this. What was he talking about when he said that this fight should have happened a long time ago? When, Cody? The fuck are you talking about?
Who? Him and Davison?
Yeah.
Well, they were supposed to fight back in 2020, but it got canceled.
Oh.
I completely
forgot about that.
Yeah. So good for Cody, but definitely it's like I still don't know how great he's gonna do towards the top of the division. For me, gotta give a good mention to the motherfucking vet, Andre Touchy-Feely. That right hook that he landed on Lucas Almeida, that I kind of thought just Andre being older, Lucas being the younger guy, Almeida was gonna be able to get it done, but again, Feely too slick in there, too fast, and just caught him off guard early. 3:30 into the first round. 3:32.
Yeah, very nice.
Hell yeah, man.
Beautiful.
We also did lose Randy Brown, Muslim Salikov on the card as well, which that would have been a real fun fight to open it up, but that's just how it be. At least they stacked it up with 14 fights, so with losing 2, we still had 12. Still a really good night overall, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. That's the UFC card, and that's going to take us into Tapology. The final week of Tapology of the year.
It's like Jimmy said last week, right? It's all about finishing strong. Started strong, finished strong, had a strong middle the whole time. Like, I did real good.
You did.
Because I came in first place.
Yeah.
You did. It was your year for sure. Very solid. Good shit, Holmes.
But in reality, all of us did really good. I mean, like, the lowest out of us 3 was 8 out of 12.
Yeah,
like, to be fair.
I didn't do too great on the prelims, but I mean, I did at least get all the fighters right on the main card, so that was I was happy with that. I also got 4 semi-perfects. Very solid. A good amount.
Yeah. I got 9 right with 2 decisions, 1 perfect, 1 semi.
I got 9 right, 1 perfect, 1 semi-perfect.
Yeah, see, I figured out the key is if you do basically every fight going to a finish, then you're going to get a lot of semis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't work out overall.
I was going to say, it didn't really work out for you, but sure.
Yeah,
it's about that. You just had a couple people.
It's because I did the picks and then I sent them in, and then I realized that the only decision I put was Irene Aldana Carajosa, and I was like, I should definitely go back and change some of this, but I was like, I already sent it in. Like, that kind of feels like cheating, you know? I'm not. I was like, yeah.
It's just funny because, the way I did my picks was I was driving home from the mountains, and I had my friend read them off to me while I was like, okay, this.
I did mine about 2 hours before the event, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, Kate strong. I mean, we already knew that the draft, like the order and everything, how that was going. But
I have one more win on there with Shavkat.
Oh yeah, Kate did. Yep, Ginger got another win with Pantoja. That was like the one I remember. Yep, just Kate added another point. Was that fucking 16 wins or some shit out of that?
That's 16-6.
Yeah, good shit.
I am 11-9, 1 draw and 1 no contest.
At least you came out on the winning side, because remember when that shit said 8-9, 1 draw, 1 no contest?
Yeah.
You had a good end of the run, you know? Finally broke even and then went positive. Very nice. The hell yeah. I'm definitely excited to do, like, draft again for next year. That'd be a lot of fun. I mean, we only, missed, like, 2 events or something on, like, this one, so we'll get slightly more.
Like that.
But yeah. That's it. Ain't nothing else to really talk about. We'll go into fight news and everything in the next episode. Or, well, I mean, I guess also what? Because we'll do another one for, we'll do one for, like, awards and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess that would really be the only other episode then, huh? For the rest of the year until previewing fucking Ankalaev Walker.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's way too far out.
We could think of some.
We can find things to
do.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I hope everyone enjoyed this one, though. If you did, remember, like and subscribe. It helps out. Drop a comment. We got the Twitch links in the description down below. Let's go. And we'll catch you in some sort of video coming up at some point. Let's go. Peace.